So your P ratio formula that we have it is what is the market price of each share divided by EPS, that is earning per share. Since only the face value is given in the question, no market price is given, so the face value itself will be considered as the market price of the share. So when we consider the EPS for the exchange ratio between the two companies, it is 1.25. Hello dear student, welcome to the session. My name is Krupamdi, faculty in the Department of Commerce, Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. So we are discussing Advanced Financial Management for 6th semester BCom. So our fourth unit that we are discussing it is the merger and acquisition. So in the previous session, we have seen what is merger and acquisitions, what are the types of merger that we have, and then how to calculate, what are the formulas that has to be used when we calculate the exchange ratio and the PE ratio. And in the today's sessions, we'll calculate and we'll solve some of the problems relating to the exchange ratio and also the PE ratio. See here, first we'll see the PE ratio, that is price earning ratio related problem. Orex Company Limited has 20,000 equity shares of rupees 7.50 each. So the number of shares, that is number of equity shares that they have, it is 20,000 and the face value of that share, it is 7.50. And its annual profit after tax is 10 lakh. So that is the PAT, profit after tax that we have, it is 10 lakh. Calculate the PE ratio of the company. So what is the price earning ratio of the company that we need to calculate here. So this type of question that you can expect for the 2 marks in the examination, that is the calculation of PE ratio. So the solution part. So your PE ratio formula that we have it is what is the market price of each share divided by EPS, that is earning per share. So here in this question, we have number of equity shares 20,000 and the face value it is 7.50 and its PAT, that is profit after tax, 10 lakh. So now we need to know what is the market price of the share. So anywhere in this question, we don't have the market price, but we have what is the face value of the share, that is 7.50. Since the market price is not given, we'll take 7.50 face value as the market price of the share. So your market price of the share, it is 7.50. And then we need what is the EPS, that is earning per share. So here, first, we'll calculate what is the earning per share. So always here, EPS calculation. So it is always what is the earnings available to equity shareholders divided by number of equity shares. So that we will get the EPS. So your earnings available to equity shares, it is nothing but your profit after tax divided by number of shares. So we will get the EPS. So the EPS is equal to your profit after tax, it is 10 lakh divided by number of equity share, it is 20,000. So 10 lakh divided by 20,000, so your EPS is rupees 50. So here EPS we have it is 50 and the market price, since the market price is not given, the face value itself will take it as a market price. So the market price of the share, it is 7.5. So now we can easily calculate what is the PE ratio. So the PE ratio is equal to market price divided by EPS. So the market price is 7.5 divided by EPS 50. So the PE ratio it is 0.15. So here note I have given, since only the face value is given in the question, no market price is given. So the face value itself will be considered as the market price of the share. So this is the simple problem as how to calculate the PE ratio. Next, we'll solve the problems under the exchange ratio. So here, the given particulars, it is about the M Limited and N Limited. So the equity share capital of M Limited 4 lakh, N Limited 1,80,000. So the face value it is 10 each. So here we have 4 lakh, that is the equity share capital, and the face value is 10. So your number of shares, that is 4 lakh divided by 10. So for M Limited, number of equity share becomes 40,000. And then for N Limited, here we have 1,80,000 is the capital divided by face value 10. So the 18,000 is the number of equity share for N Limited. Then we have general reserve 5 lakh and then 1 lakh. Next we have profit and loss account 3 lakh and 80,000. Then we have 12% debentures 3,50,000 for M, and N Limited it is nil. Then we have fixed asset for M Limited 12 lakh and N Limited it is 3 lakh. Then the current asset we have 3,50,000 and for 60,000 it is for N Limited. Then we have annual profit after tax, that is your PAT, 96,000 and 54,000. Then we have price earning ratio, PE ratio, that is 10 and 9. So the following are the financial details of the two companies M Limited and N Limited. On 31st March 2023, the board of the directors of M Limited approved to take over N Limited. So find out the exchange ratio based on EPS, based on net asset value and based on the market price. So this is the question that you can expect for the 10 marks in the examination. So here in this question, we have two companies, M Limited and N Limited. So here it is clearly given the M Limited approved to take over the N Limited. So M Limited is the acquirer, or the acquiring company is M Limited, and N is the target company. So that means M Limited is acquiring the N Limited. So M Limited becomes acquiring company, N Limited becomes target company. So we have to calculate what is the exchange ratio. Based on, one it is by considering the EPS, second one by considering the net asset value, and the third one by considering the market price. So first we'll see the solution part. So the solution. So first we'll write a note. Note here means which company is acquiring and which company is target company. So here we have M Limited, which is acquiring company. Acquiring company, and then N Limited, which is target company. Target company. Next, we'll rate what is the number of equity shares. Number of equity shares. So here in this question we have what is the total equity share capital. But when we calculate the EPS, so we need to know what is the number of equity shares. So M Limited total capital is 4 lakh and the face value is 10. So M Limited total capital is 4 lakh divided by face value of each share, it is rupees 10. So the number of equity shares of M Limited becomes 40,000. And same we'll calculate for N Limited here. So the N Limited total equity share capital is 1,80,000. The face value is 10. So 1,80,000 divided by 10. So your number of equity share it is 18,000. So these are the number of equity shares that we need to know before we go for the exchange ratio calculation. So now, first we'll calculate what is the exchange ratio based on EPS, that is earning per share. So first A, your exchange ratio based on EPS. So when we consider the EPS, so your exchange ratio formula, exchange ratio is equal to EPS of target company. Target company. Here your target company is N Limited. divided by EPS of acquiring company. Acquiring company, which is M Limited. So before we calculate the exchange ratio, we need to know what is the EPS of both the companies. So your EPS, that is earning per share, is equal to PAT, that is profit after tax, divided by number of equity shares. So now we'll calculate for M Limited, which is acquiring company. M Limited EPS. See here, the annual profit after tax. So your EPS, for the EPS calculation, your PAT for M Limited is 96,000. So 96,000 is your PAT divided by number of equity shares. So that we have calculated here, number of equity shares for M Limited is 40,000. So therefore, the EPS of M Limited, it is 96,000 divided by 40,000. Your EPS is 2.4. So next we'll calculate same way for N Limited, which is target company. So your PAT of your N Limited, see the PAT of N Limited is 54,000. So the 54,000 divided by number of shares of N Limited that we have calculated here is 18,000. 18,000. So your EPS for N, 54,000 divided by 18,000 is rupees 3. So here for M Limited it is rupees 2.4 and for N Limited it is rupees 3. So this is the EPS for both the company. So now we have the EPS of both the company. So easily we can calculate the exchange ratio. Therefore, exchange ratio is equal to the EPS of target company, which is N Limited. So your EPS of N is 3 divided by the EPS of acquiring company, which is M Limited. The EPS is 2.4. So that means your exchange ratio is 3 divided by 2.4 is 1.25. So when we consider the EPS for the exchange ratio between the two companies, it is 1.25. So that means the shareholder of N Limited, they will get 1.25 shares for every share held in the N Limited or for every share held. So here they will get 1.25 share for every one share held. So this is the exchange ratio based on EPS. So second, here your EPS it is considered. Next we'll calculate based on net asset value. So second one, your EPS exchange ratio based on net asset value. Net asset value. So here your exchange ratio will be calculated by taking net asset of target company divided by net asset of acquiring company. So exchange ratio based on net asset, we will take what is the net asset of target company and what is the net asset of acquiring company. So first we will calculate what is net asset of target company and net asset of acquiring company. So here first we will calculate net asset for M Limited. So your net asset means what? Your net asset means it is your total asset including fixed asset and current asset, your total asset minus external liabilities. So here, external liabilities means apart from the equity shareholders fund, like your equity share capital, the share premium, profit and loss account, and the general reserve. So these are all the liabilities that we call it is the shareholders or the equity shareholders fund. Apart from these, any external liabilities or any liabilities given that we need to take here. So the liabilities like the debentures, preference share capital, and any current liabilities or any creditors, all types of liabilities that we need to take here. So first we'll calculate for the M Limited. So what are the total assets? See here, M Limited. So the asset they have fixed asset 12 lakh and they have current asset 3,50,000. So their total asset, it is fixed asset plus current asset. So your total asset, fixed asset which is 12 lakh plus current asset is, see here, current asset is 3,50,000. 3,50,000. So this is your fixed asset plus current asset. Then minus external liabilities. So which are the liabilities that we have here? So the liability they have here, it is the debentures. So equity share capital fund, that we cannot consider capital. Then general reserve also, it goes to the equity shareholders. Then P&L account also, it goes to the equity shareholders. So these three, we cannot consider it as a external liabilities. So the external liability that we have, it is only the debentures, that is 3,50,000. So here 3,50,000 is the external liabilities. So that means 12 lakh plus 3,50,000, it is 15,50,000 minus 3,50,000 is the external liabilities. So therefore 15,50,000 minus 3,50,000. So your net asset of M Limited is 12 lakh. So now we got the net asset of M Limited, which is acquiring company. Now we'll calculate the net asset of N Limited. Net asset of N Limited. So your total asset of N Limited we have here, fixed asset 3 lakh and the current asset we have it is 60,000. So total asset, you have fixed asset 3 lakh plus current asset we have it is 60,000 minus your total external liability. So here external liability for the N Limited here, debenture, that is not there, that is nil. So there is no other external liability. So the here external liability is nil. So the current asset plus fixed asset. So the total asset here 3,60,000 itself is the net asset of M Limited, which is target company. So now we will calculate what is the exchange ratio. So therefore exchange ratio is equal to the net asset of target company, which is N Limited. So net asset of target company is that we have is 3,60,000 divided by net asset of acquiring company, which is M Limited. So the net asset of M Limited is 12 lakh. So 12 lakh. So the exchange ratio between the M Limited and N Limited is 3,60,000 divided by 12 lakh. So is 0.3. So this is the exchange ratio based on the net asset. So here exchange ratio means what? Here the shareholders of N Limited, they will get 0.3 shares for every 1 share held. So that means for every 1 share, they will get 0.3 shares. So that is what the meaning of exchange ratio. So that is calculated based on the net asset. So next we'll calculate, next we have the exchange ratio based on the market price. So here we'll calculate next C, exchange ratio based on market price. So here under the exchange ratio based on market price. So your formula will become the market price of target company divided by market price of acquiring company. So here the target company is N Limited and acquiring company is M Limited. So that means to calculate the exchange ratio based on market price, we need the market price of both the company. But here in this question, we don't have the market price anywhere mentioned in this question. So that means we have a formula to calculate what is the market price of the company. So market price is equal to your P ratio into EPS. So the market price, so in the first problem that we have calculated, when we have to calculate the P ratio, so your formula will be the market price divided by EPS. But here in this question, we don't know what is market price. So your formula will become P ratio into EPS. So now we'll calculate for M Limited first. So we know the P ratio and also we know the EPS of M Limited. See the question here. The P ratio, that is the price earning ratio of M Limited is 10, and we also calculated what is the EPS here. So the EPS of M Limited is 2.4. So that means P ratio is 10 into EPS is 2.4. So the market price for M Limited 10 into 2.4, that is 24. In the same way, we'll calculate for N Limited. So that is P ratio into EPS. So here we have the P ratio for N Limited is 9 and the EPS, it is 3. So the market price is 9 into 3, it is 27. So now we have the market price of both the company. So now we'll apply the formula. Exchange ratio is equal to market price of target company is 27 divided by market price of acquiring company is 24. So the exchange ratio, it is between 27 divided by 24 is 1.125. So the exchange ratio based on the market price, we have 1.125. So that means the shareholders, they will get, so 1.125 shares for every one share held by them, they will get 1.125 shares. So this is how you need to calculate the exchange ratio. So the exchange ratio important based on the EPS, based on net asset value and based on the market price of that acquiring company and the target company. By using these, we'll calculate the exchange ratio. So this is all about the today's sessions, and in the next sessions, we'll discuss about how to calculate the combined, that is your post-merger important calculations that we have. It is the post-merger, the P ratio calculations. So that we will discuss in the next session. So I hope you all understood the today's problem and we all meet in the next session. Thank you.